Okay.
All right. Today we're going to go see the Golden Spike Tower. It's in North Platte, Nebraska, and we're going to go up there and take a tour. We're at a Harvest Host here in North Platte, parked in the parking lot with our Travato. So Marta and I and Max are going to go see some trains. Stay tuned.
We're at North Platte at the Golden Spike Rail Yard, and we're in the tower right now. And this is a good, if you can get that would be a good picture of how they sort out the rail cars and all the different tracks and things. Well, that just gives you an idea how much. One spike. $1869. Golden Spike to join rails of the first transcontinental railroad. Wow.
Whoa.
Hello. There's that puppy dog. I seen him down there. Yeah, I seen him in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here. That's Max.
Come here, Max. See me? Yeah. How are you? Huh? Are you having a vacation? Are you? Yeah. All right.
We're just filming.
Oh. You got any questions? Don't be bashful.
Okay.
Well, is this for the whole middle part of the United States, or?
This is just Union Pacific's yard.
Oh, Union Pacific.
This is pretty well, if you look at the map here.
They were humping.
Chicago, North Platte to the west coast is pretty well central. So that is one of their main areas of where this is the largest classification yard in the world.
Wow. Are these like all the different railway
Yeah.
lines where they go and stuff that are marked there? They're not the
Now
highways.
this is just the class 1 railroads. There's a lot of your little ones that bring stuff to them. But this is your class 1 railroads. Draw you a line from Chicago to New Orleans. Union Pacific is the yellow. Burlington Northern Santa Fe is the dark green. Kansas City Southern is the lighter, well, I gotta get on.
Yeah, there's a lighter green there, isn't there?
And that has been changed, that has been bought out now, so Kansas City Southern has now been bought out by Canadian Pacific.
Oh.
So we're not sure what it's going to actually be for its name, but it's just taken place within the last month.
Okay.
So then east of here, you've got CSX, Canadian National, Canadian Pacific, and Norfolk Southern. We're making up trains here that go clear to New York, but we don't go beyond Chicago, but they'll put their engine on it and take it on across.
Oh, okay.
Across that.
Come here, Max.
Look straight over there, you see the trains going to being pushed up over the hump, and then the cars rolling by themselves. Way over there.
Oh!
Oh, way over
I
there.
do now.
Now the train is being pushed up over the hump with a set of remote controlled engines. There's nobody in it. The guy that's running the train is also the guy that's pulling the pin to unhook the amount of cars that are going down the track over there.
Now, do those cars, do they all go on the same track down there? They all
There's
get...
50 different tracks over there
Okay.
that the computer
Oh.
sends them onto. 20 miles outside of town, that train's going by a scanner. It's where the barcode on the cars is going to be there. So then the computer is automatically switching it to one of the 50 tracks.
To one of the many.
You hear the screeching over there?
Yeah, the screeching.
The screeching is the retarder slowing the cars down because they will get up to 15 miles an hour coming off of that hump.
They will,
We
huh?
don't want them to hit the next car at over 4 miles an hour, so that the retarder, hear it screech.
Uh-huh.
It's big irons that come up and squeeze the wheels on the cars so that they slow them down, so they won't hit the next car at over 4 miles an hour. The computer knows how far down in on the track each one of those cars have to go, so they know how slow to slow it down.
And the hump's right there.
Yeah.
That is, the train is being pushed up right where that little building is.
You
and
can
then
see
two
where
cars
the
just
train's
now
down
in
there
front of
and
it.
up there. But,
That hump there is 20 feet higher than ground level.
oh, wow. Higher than it looks. But, so where is the engine that brought that train in? Did they take
They've
it
taken it
off?
off and they brought them over
Took
here to
it.
be serviced.
Okay, so they took it off.
Yep, and the remote controls have been put on it. The
Okay,
one that's pushing it up over the hump are way, way out there.
okay.
And the guy that's running it has a control pad on him like this mannequin over here. He's actually running them engines out there. He's on top of the hump over there. He can run the engines up to 3 miles away.
Oh, wow.
Well, okay.
So where's he
would
stationed
those
so he can
three-
see?
Just a minute, those three all maybe have to go to the same
They'll go to the
place?
same place.
Okay, so look at how they can pick
Yeah, the
one
computer
or
knows where they're
more.
going, so he knows how many cars. The guy in the tower is watching this computer screen, so he tells the guy down on the ground how many to unhook at a time.
Okay,
3 is the most usually. Now, they make a liar out of us every now and then because 4 will. Usually if they're empty, then sometimes he'll let 4 go.
so some of them are empty, some of them have
Yep.
goods in them?
Oh, yeah. When they're screeching right off of the hump up there, they're loaded. They gotta get them slowed
okay.
down because the empty part has gotta slow them down some more.
Because that weight gets really going faster
The heavier they
downhill.
are, the faster they'll go.
Gotcha. So what's that little building over there?
Which one? This
That-
one right here?
That one there?
That's the superintendent's office. That's where all of the train crew comes and gets their orders. That's why all the cars are parked
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then that's where the engineer and the conductor are taken out to the train that they're gonna operate, so this is under security 24 hours a day, so that's why they leave it there.
Okay. And is this like a service building
This used to
or?
be a restaurant,
Oh,
and where that grove of trees is was a motel. Well, the guy said, why do we have to stay in a motel next to the noise that we've been on all day? And it was a 24-hour restaurant, so they tore the motel down. This now is the electrical department, so now they've got a motel out by the interstate, so they listen to truck drivers.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, when you hear trucks all
Yeah, just a different sound.
Yeah.
How are you
That's where
folks?
they put almost all the new hotels right off the big interstate. Whew.
Yeah. If you and I want to follow us in Omaha, we would be setting in an area, each one of us would have an area. This happened to be here in North Platte till they moved it to Omaha. That was our command control center. That is now in Omaha. Here would be another section here and another section here. So each person has a section across the whole country, north and south.
Wow.
Yeah. And they do have, in case one system fails, it will automatically revert. So if one computer or something crashes,
That's good.
which they do once in a while,
They do, yeah.
it keeps right on
At
going.
least mine do.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, it got it.
Yeah,
Them each hold 2.5 million gallon.
yeah.
Those are controlled from Geneva, Nebraska.
Geneva. I'm trying to think
Just
where's
south
that.
of Hastings Ways.
Oh, okay.
That's where the Dillinger pipeline comes across, and they control the amount of fuel going across the country.
All
So
the-
they monitor what's in our tanks.
Okay, so if you go through that much in a month, and those only hold a total of
5 million.
5 million. 5 million. Do they just keep pumping it in and you just,
They know how full the tanks are, and then send it.
okay,
Pipeline it in.
I'll be darned.
Well, each locomotive, these old ones hold 4,000 gallon each. The new ones hold 5,400 gallon. But we go 1,000 miles before we refuel.
So the two locomotives there, where are they headed? They up around or
Which
they up
ones?
to the maintenance? Those
Them two will come over here, they'll come under this hump up here, and they'll come over here to the diesel shop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're starting to hump off of this hump up here now too. Okay, car, them two big tanks, the turquoise and white
Yes.
tank. Now look to the left of them, and you can see the tracks look like they go up the hill. There's a
Yes.
little two-story building. The first train is just coming in front of it right now.
Okay.
It'll take him just a
they'll
moment, but
start
he'll
coming
start-
down there.
He'll
huh?
come down into one of these 64 tracks.
Now, I have to ask a question, because there can't be many places like this. You said this is the largest in the world. I saw a movie, what did we see? What was it called? I, Robot. And he was in a train yard of some sort. It looked like there were a bunch of just cars, and they're so close together. Sometimes you see-
Lincoln has a pump.
Yeah,
It's
Lincoln's Flatland.
Okay.
Lincoln doesn't use, they got a little bitty mound, but they push the car and then they let it go by itself, and then they have to back up to another track.
Yeah,
This one we keep coming steady.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
we call flat landing versus a hump.
Okay. But I thought, wow, they had to, you'd think they'd have to film that someplace here where like we had a bunch of
Yeah.
tracks right next to each other and all those cars there.
You must be getting everything, well, they're crossing the track down there or something. Workers right now. As soon as they get out of there, he'll probably start slowing. We never know how quick he's gonna slow. But the locomotives are over there in the trees. That's the locomotives that are pushing that one over the hump over there. And that
Oh,
is the set
really?
of remotes. You'll see pair here moving right now with a set of remotes. So you can see the guy, oh, I do too. He's down here on the ground, throwing a switch. He's running the thing. So he's standing down there just about where the locomotive is back to him. And we're going to do that behind it in just a minute. So right there on the ground. He's got the remote.
And he's switching it or turning it around? Which did
He
you say?
just threw the switch because he's going back in to probably get some more cars to start making up another train.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
he's throwing another switch. He just stepped across. Oh,
Yeah.
he's got to come back
Yeah.
out. Gotta
And
get
what
it.
do they call? And he stopped it.
Yeah, he got.
But what do they call them? Are they? They're not
Remote.
linemen or
But
whatever.
he's an RCL operator, remote control locomotive operator.
Remote control.
They're not an engineer
Okay.
because he's not been trained to be a.
Yeah, I see the one coming down now.
There's 1, 2, 3 cars on their way down.
Well, I'm looking in the wrong place because I
They're
see
right
them
here.
now.
They're right here.
They didn't go straight.
No, they're going up different tracks.
Okay, that's what there. Now we can really see that they're going all these different places.
Yeah,
That
I see
one's
that.
going straight, the others turned, and
Some of them are going farther north.
yeah. And how do they keep going on? If
Because
they-
of
Gravity.
the land,
Oh,
the
okay.
slope of the land here, we would go out there and get a loaded car and it didn't get quite where it wanted you and I could push it and go on. The land is 6 foot up to the mile, so you can actually.
He was
Yeah.
talking
A
about,
coal car has 100 ton of coal and the car weighs 20 ton itself. So you got 120 ton per car. So you count how many cars are in that train and you take it times 120.
Wow.
this one was too. It's just you couldn't see the different directions they'd go after they got off of
See,
there.
there's some moving
Where?
right there.
Sorry, baby. I think he's afraid of heights. He says, you're too close to the rail. I'll stay over here. There. I just either picked up a couple or something. He's moving.
Mm-hmm.
You said another one was coming in over there.
Oh,
All right, we were just at the in North Platte, Nebraska, at the Golden Raill Museum, and it's where they put trains together. It's a hump, 2 humps, and it was very interesting.
Yes, and Elton just knew so much and told us so many things that, you know, if we hadn't talked to him, we never would have known. It was very interesting. Some of the stuff you take for granted. So many things because you don't know what all it takes to.
And what else did we find out? That Max was what?
Oh my gosh, I thought I was afraid of heights, but Max is afraid of heights because when we went, if you can see way up there, there's a railing below the observation deck there. Well, or maybe that's the observation deck. The outside observation deck, we'll put it that way. And I thought I was afraid of heights, but he didn't want to get anywhere near that railing.
This is where we're parked. It's a Harvest Toast. And we're out here in the gravel.
Thank you for watching. If you liked it, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe and share, and join us next week.